Oh. God TV needs money. I'm putting up this new wine brochure to just illustrate a random ministry that actually seems to have enough money, that seems to be, seems to be, if you like, getting things into focus, seems to be doing things. Unlike God TV, which seems to be in a desperate place to try to get funds of the 4 million off the viewers into the bank by the end of October, or as Rory Alec said, missions months rather than missions weeks, which he quickly skated over so as not to get the viewers focusing on it too much. As we might expect with missions weeks, Rory Alec, something different to look at. Rory Alec is going round like a demented chicken, doing the circles round the Jericho wall, spouting biblical numerology, doing the whole Jewish thing and tithing in the vain hope that it's all going to make everything work. As we all know, Rory Alec and the directors aren't exactly one to do what every other business and every other ministry actually does, which is listen to those who they've put in charge of their finances, who are sympathetic and working with their overall goals. That you not get that kind of behaviour with Alec. So that financial director could tell them that 8 million, even 2 bailouts a year from spring and autumn missions week is not going to meet the finances. In this case, if Rory Alec has God TV has an overall budget of £21 million, well, my reckoning is even if God TV does have a budget of £21 million, they're not getting in things into focus because their overall budget, including all capital projects, could be as much as £38 million sterling, or $75 million equivalent. Hello? So let's just hope this, so the God TV are definitely not getting things into focus at all. Not any kind of focus. They've gone up 2 mountains. That's well and good. They've got the Ayers Rock to do, which I don't think is going to be. There'll obviously be challenges, but I don't think it's going to be the most challenging thing. But on the mountain climbing thing, I don't think they even know what they're going to cope with Mount Kilimanjaro once they go up it next year. That is, if the ministry is still actually on this planet and hasn't gone to the wall, as it's been threatened by numerous times, and getting into focus that God TV this year will have had, this will be their 5th money-raising activity this year. So look at it this way, we've got Spring Missions Week, I think it's Broadcast Alert, Spring's Missions Week, Mount Zion, Ben Nevis, and now we have Autumn Missions Week. Rory Alec is avoiding the issue of calling the mountain walks Missions Weeks, as he likes to avoid the facts. And he thinks that he likes to tell us that the Broadcast Alert and Partner Week, etc., aren't fundraising, or the mountain or some fundraising, but every single one of them has been about either getting monthly partners or giving money to the ministry. So far, the response I've noticed is extremely slow. If they have 200 operators, they will not be busy. But God TV, who's now allocated 10 per office in an attempt to look international, always makes them look as if they're working, has now silenced the filming of the operators, so that we don't hear the lack of phones ringing, because it's highly embarrassing and it makes God TV look highly unpopular. So, to sum up, this is what I think's going on. I think there's a likelihood that God TV could very well go to the wall if the 4 million is not forthcoming, which is needed urgently and immediately, by the end of October. So far it's looking very, very bad, and God TV is behaving in ways that are just unprecedented for a ministry that's trying to put a brave face and business as usual approach onto their financial crises. 5 missions weeks in a year is beyond terrible. That's practically 1 missions week per every 2 months. So I'm wondering, is this the end of God TV? Death by missions week? You know, missions week, the thing that goes to create funds for God TV, the very thing that kills them. That the goodwill and sacrificial giving of their supporters is, despite of the best will in the world, worn out, exhausted. Is this the end of God TV? Whatever you do, I'll be lovely to hear your comments on it, okay? And you know, everyone knows, well, hear your comments. Thank you for all the comments to the blog and for your continued reading of the blog. Thank you. Bye.